Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Hey, Jordy, did you know that we're on other platforms too?
Really, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and if you would like to talk to us, Discord and Reddit.
Yeah, and if you're watching on YouTube, you should subscribe too. Thank you.
One take.
You unboxed, Jordy.
Okay.
Pretty sure they're mugs, because I felt a little loop on the side.
Why would you?
No, because I don't know if it is. I'm just saying I felt a little thing at the side of it. So
Welcome to Tom immediately ruins the surprise for me.
Also, we are recording.
Yeah, we can just do this now. You've already ruined it.
Okay, well, it's fine.
It's fine, is it?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, well, Tom's mum has bought us both a present, and we figured we would open it live. Although Tom has just ruined it for me.
I don't know if they are mugs. I think they're mugs because as it brushed up against my leg and I felt the indentation, felt a cylinder and a thing at the side, which felt like a mug.
I'm going to do a bit of a YouTuber move right here. I'm not going to look in there.
I wonder what's inside. Yep, that's a mug,
Yeah,
right?
you're right. That's definitely a mug. Or a fluid vessel, if you're nasty.
A vessel for fluids that pertain to gravity.
That's yours.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't seen the other one
That's
yet, so
kind
I
of
might want
sweet,
that
actually.
one.
Look how nice it comes out on the camera.
Oh, I know this
Is that
green.
a creeper? Look at the red on the camera. It's
Wow.
like perfect. It looks exactly like it.
Yeah, creeper
Pretty
mug.
cool. That's pretty sweet.
Thank you, Tom's mum.
Yes, thank
I shall
you.
drink many fluids from this. Actually,
It's a big mug as well, so it's not washed. I didn't think it's washed. You can if you want. Okay, if you're gonna
getting
do that.
the dust of many children.
Children
like-
dust.
How's that sound?
Okay. You know, if my topic ends up being short, I'm just going to include this at the beginning to pad time.
We should put it in anyway.
Yeah, I'll have to cut it so that audio listeners don't get frustrated.
Oh
but-
yeah. If you're not watching this, Tom's mum bought us a lovely creeper head square mug and a TNT mug. I have the creeper one. I'm drinking out of it now.
On the camera, they look exactly like how they look in the game, like
Yeah.
colors and everything.
Yeah.
Except the shades in the creeper.
Actually, it makes me miss playing Minecraft a little bit.
Jody, you say that, but every time we play Minecraft, you get
This is
bored
why I
after
don't
a week.
ask you anymore. This is why I don't ask you anymore.
You didn't
because I
ask.
like the idea of playing Minecraft more than actually playing anything because I'm dull and
I'm going to use this
boring.
mug a lot because it's a large mug, and I'm lacking a lot of large mugs.
I don't know if this will fit in my coffee machine, but I'll sure as fuck try.
I have a funny story about that coffee machine video you sent me.
Yeah.
So
You
Jordy,
siphoned my face from it?
no, try. I mean, I was going to, but I decided I'd try to do something funnier. Jordy got a brand spanking new coffee machine. I think he said it a couple episodes ago, or like a season ago, maybe.
Yeah.
And he sent me a raw video from his iPhone of like him just like shirtless, and you see reflections and shit. And like the second he sent it, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna extract those reflections, have some nice Jordy reflects.pngs.
Have you done it?
No. Because why would I? It's just you without a shirt on.
Well, I
Sorry
would
if
like
that's
to
not
see
flattering.
how jank that is.
I was going to do something funnier. I'm trying to learn how to do tracking in Blender. Like I sent Jordy as well a picture of me with dots on my face. And I was like, hey, I'm going to do world tracking as well. And I was going to track your table. And then as you pan over, just have a bunch of like bad dragon dildos on your table. But for some reason, the footage you sent me just has insane motion blur, so I couldn't track it. Yeah.
It's got like inbuilt camera stabilization, so it's
I don't think it's that. I think it's just because if you shoot in 4K, it has to do some weird blurring thing.
yeah.
But it would have been prime because you pan perfectly over, and like it's happened so quickly that you probably wouldn't even notice. I was just gonna make it and send it to you, like, hey, I forgot about this video, and then you probably wouldn't even have watched
you were
it.
exactly. I probably actually wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have noticed.
I'd probably have to point something out, be like, oh wow, I didn't notice what you had on your table. And
if
then
you ever,
like,
well, now I'll know if you send me that video. But
it would have worked so well because Bad Dragon gives out the models of their products, so you can just drop it into a 3D program, put a realistic shader, and it'll literally look real. Like it's basically impossible to tell. So I mean, I wish I had a table full of them because they're expensive. So,
Well, you can fake have a full table of them.
Yeah.
For now, I guess.
Camera's recording. That's great.
Yes, that is great.
Also, this mug, we can't use this mug on the podcast because I'm left-handed. So, George, it wouldn't even work for you either.
Why?
We'd have to swap tables because that's your left hand.
That's all right.
It's awkward, if you're picking up liquid and that.
I didn't.
It would only work if we were swapped positions.
I think I actually. This is fucking great content.
Yeah. Jordy's trying to see what feels natural, and obviously it's his right hand.
I don't think it is.
It might not be
because what I do
hold your
usually
phone.
when I hold a mug, I hold it like this because I'm a fucking barbarian. And
it's perfect with this mug. Has a nice little.
We have like Zach, my lovely roommate, bought some nice like double wall glass coffee cups for us for Christmas. And like I grab them from the top and I'm like, it's so cursed. Why do I do that? Because Ali points it out to me every time.
Some steamed Jordy hands.
Yeah, something like that. But
steamed
there
hands.
you go. Maybe I'll just grab it like this then.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Makes me look like a tiny little... Makes me look really fucking tubby.
Jordy, you are tiny. I'm massive also, so... I do... there was a weird problem last episode where the camera angles were such that it literally made Jordy look tiny or made me look massive.
And when in fact I'm a menacing 5'8" and 3/4. So
that's pretty that's tall.
Oh, I don't need your what is that word? Patronization.
Pity is the word. Jordy, I'm a tall boy and I'm going to have you know that.
Well, I do know that because I'm sitting in the same fucking room as you, so it's pretty easy to
not
tell.
Standing.
Yes.
My phone still hasn't done updating.
Fuck.
I mean, we were doing this as a camera test since obviously we had those brilliant camera break moments last episode, and I had to do a smooth frame thing to make it look not unusual. Can we talk about Cyberpunk? Because that is one of my topics.
Okay, we can do that.
So what are your thoughts on... Oh my god, it's going through... Oh no. Do you ever remember having an old Android phone and when you reboot it, it says optimizing apps?
Yes.
And that could either take a second or an hour?
Yes. My phone that I recently broke did that.
Yeah.
And that was the S10 Plus. So.
Mine's sitting on 100%.
Yeah. See, and mine always looked like it had like the installing apps on the bottom. It looked like my phone was broken every time. And I actually had like a mini heart attack every time that I updated my fucking phone because it actually looks like the way, I don't know, the UI makes me think that it's deleting shit rather than
it is kind of like a delete progress.
Yeah.
I got this phone wallpaper on the first day I've had my phone and I've never changed it since. It's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It just happened to be purple, and blue and all that, my favorite colors. I wish I could buy a spray can that would be all those colors combined. But, let me pull up my topics, but
I'll talk about my Cyberpunk experience then.
I would like you to, actually.
Initial
thoughts and thoughts now, please.
Okay, my initial thoughts were when I first played it, there was already word that there was going to be a patch the day after. So when I first played it, I was like, whoa, this game is like looking real funky, real bad. But
yeah, and you played it on a Pro as well.
I played it on the Pro, yes, not on the regular PlayStation, the original one. And I thought, well, at least it's going to be fixed tomorrow. It must just be like the 0.1 version, the 1.0 version.
Did you believe that in your brain there?
Here's the thing, right, Tom? Here's something that you know about me.
They had 4 extra months, and do you think one more day is going to change that?
Here's the thing, Tom.
Yeah.
You know me by now, and I will...
You know me.
And you know that I will believe until I can no longer physically believe in something, and that's when I'll give up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will stand up for it, and I will try and make excuses for why it's good until I literally can't anymore, and then I give up. And that's what happened with Cyberpunk. I at first I was like, yeah, I'm still kind of playing it. I'm just like playing it for
trying to make the best of it.
Trying to make the best of it because I spent $100 on it. But it's not horrible. The story is pretty alright. But for a game that was in production for so long, worked on by, I sat through the credits, and it was about 20 minutes of credits. I'm bad at guessing time.
Waiting for that post-credit Marvel Avengers scene.
I was waiting for the post-credits achievement that didn't come. Because I don't think there is one in many games. But
Half-Life Alyx had a post-credit scene and it made me cry. So yeah, I watch every credit.
Like, and that, or it's worth it just to see at the end where it says, like, and thank you. It's like, oh, I did nothing, but I did give you $100 of my dollars. But it was a truly, truly disappointing experience.
I mean, yeah.
Truly disappointing.
The thing is, you said the story was okay.
You know, if this game,
without bugs or any kind of technical issue or crashing, it would just be an okay game. People would be upset if there weren't bugs. People would be fucking angry if there weren't even bugs.
Do you know, one of my friends was over, and he said,
one of your friends, huh?
Yeah, one of my friends.
Okay.
And he said, yeah, like, why do you think this game flopped so hard?
It's pretty fucking obvious why it flopped so hard.
Well, I said that because he doesn't keep up with it all that much. He just knew about it and wanted to give it a go. And I said, yeah, I mean, well, it was terrible. They overmarketed all that shit. But then I thought to myself, if this game was made by a company who had no resume and was released like that, they would be applauded.
Of course they would. That's obvious.
And here's another thing. If CD Projekt Red never marketed Cyberpunk, ever.
Then they wouldn't make money.
Ever. Just dropped the game.
Yeah, but they have to.
I know they have to, and they're legally obligated, all that boring shit. Yeah. But if they just surprise dropped this game, they would have had a 180 experience from gamers. Or definitely not as fucking bad.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I think people would like the game and enjoy it, but I think it would be about a 70 out of 100. It'd be like, yeah, interesting elements, gunplay feels okay, story is somewhat engaging, you know? Like, it is an RPG, and it is a shooter, and it is like a loot collector, whatever thing, but nothing is done exquisitely or fantastically. It's a good game. It's not the best game. It's not game of the year by far.
No. It'll win that though. I'm not worried about that.
It will not.
I think it will.
Jordy,
there is too much money in the. There are people with hands in pockets.
Jordy,
for these reviews.
For a year, there is recorded evidence of me being correct about every single point about Cyberpunk.
But I am convinced people from CD Projekt Red are paying for reviews and spots on things.
If Half-Life Alyx didn't win Game of the Year...
It won't.
No, it didn't. It literally didn't.
Yeah.
Then how the fuck is Cyberpunk gonna win it?
Wait, so they've already done it?
Yeah, it's done.
What
Last of Us 2, obviously.
What?
Yeah.
That game sucked.
That game was actually pretty good.
Everyone hated that game.
I liked it. I liked it a whole bunch.
Did you watch it all?
No, I played it all.
You played it all?
Yes, I literally played it.
Wow. Okay, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's out on PC, isn't it now?
I don't think so. It's a PS4 Pro PS4 exclusive. So.
Wow, I didn't even know that. That was whack to me. But here's what I did.
Came out a while ago.
Well, it came out like a few months ago.
Yeah.
But what I decided to do then is, I think it was Zach sent me a link saying that PlayStation, not PS, is giving out refunds for Cyberpunk. So
do you remember last episode when I said that's what they're going to do, and you said no? Because obviously, why the fuck? That's unprecedented.
Yeah, this is actually big blunder.
This isn't me being like egotistical. I was right about everything. Like, my stance is just from someone who's not believing the hype. You could see this happening a mile away. You could tell the game was not going to be good. Or not going to live up to expectations just by the fact that they had fucking Keanu Reeves on stage.
Yeah. I had my hype goggles on for a little bit too long, and I was
that's the thing.
Blinded.
You pre-ordered it as well when it was going to come out. If you continue to pre-order games and be hyped up like this without being shown what the game looks like or plays like, then this is going to keep happening.
Yeah.
Like, if you go back and listen to me, like, I literally say I basically did a play-by-play exactly what happened.
Yeah, you literally called it, like, word for word. And so I went to this website, which is fucking trash, the PlayStation, like, it just didn't load for me ever. I think I've lodged one. I haven't had an email or anything even saying that, like, you've put in a ticket to get a refund. I've been checking every day because I want that money back. I can buy Christmas presents or something with that, you know, it's $100 fucking bucks. But then I decided, you know what, fuck this. I want to play a real RPG, like a real open world game. So I bought, GTA 5 because I haven't played that in a while.
Yeah.
And just like the fuck, because that's what everyone compares it to, really. Like I've seen a bunch of videos
Same
compare
scope, I guess.
Yeah. And just like it's night and day. It's night and day. Like I was playing GTA 5 and I remember liking that game, but never really loving that game. And I played it and like, you know how there's a phone in both games?
Yeah.
In GTA 5, when you're on the phone, if someone's speaking, it comes through the controller.
That's pretty cool.
So it's like all these like little things, and like the characters are funny and like relate, and instantly I'm like, I can connect with this person.
What, like, they cared enough to make it so that it doesn't brick your game if you have too many items in your inventory?
Exactly.
Do you hear about that?
No, I didn't.
Jordy, would you like to maybe guess what the file size limit for the fucking save is? 8 megabytes.
What?
That's the size of the PlayStation 2 memory card. They were like, yeah, if you have more than 8 megabytes in your save file on, I think, console and PC, it just fucks up. Just can't play it, just corrupts your file. And GOG, I think maybe CD Projekt Red talked about it on GOG, or maybe GOG said themselves like, oh yeah, they might fix it.
Cool.
It's like, that's something you want to say.
It's actually horrific.
Literally,
like,
there is a quote saying, oh yeah, just don't collect that many items, and then CD Projekt Red might fix it.
That's actually horrific. Like, that shit, like, it's so unbelievable to me when I found out that they on purpose didn't show the footage.
Well, fucking of course.
And I was thinking about it, and like, if I made a game, I wouldn't do that, but you have to. You can't not.
I mean, you can.
But this is what happens.
This is the thing.
Your entire game flunks.
CD Projekt Red, they could have just not given review codes or allowed any footage until the day of release, and the outcome would be the same. People wouldn't be angry or like happier anyway, because the reason why CD Projekt Red could get away with this and why they've made so much money is because people trusted them.
Yeah. People
looked at the fucking pre-rendered trailers and were like, wow, they made The Witcher, they're going to make a great game.
Yeah.
And then they just got away with it. Like,
yeah.
If they showed footage, I think people would be angry, yes, but then the hype train would build up again. To be like, oh no, it's pre-release. They haven't released it yet. There's a day one patch. Right. It's gone master. Do you remember when I fucking talked about how if you're an indie dev and you're Gold Master, do you know what a Gold Master is?
No.
Gold Master, essentially, you need to make a version of your game and submit it to Sony and Microsoft for months, and they will test it to make sure it works fine, and it's not going to brick the console, and it's not going to crash, making the PS4 look bad.
Right.
CD Projekt Red got approved for a Gold Master.
Wow, that's really worrying.
And I said last podcast that if you're an indie dev and you did that, you'd be terminated.
Yes.
And possibly fined.
Yeah.
And after that, I said, like, they should recall it.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck CD Projekt Red, like, literally money must have changed hands for Sony to look at the Gold Master and see it crashing and be like, yeah, that's fine. It's good.
I'm convinced that there is lots of money being spent into lots of different people for this game.
Gold Master as well. That didn't have the patches. Gold Master literally was done like months ago.
Yeah, it had
before
me
the
thinking,
day one patch.
Like, what the fuck was this game before all the?
Do you remember when they were going to release it in April?
Yeah. Like, what the fuck would that have been?
They're about to get sued, I think, as well by shareholders and equity groups. I think they're like Nordic or something, CD Projekt Red, or like they're in some sort of European country. It's not listed on the American exchange, but basically the shareholders are talking about a class suit because the shareholders were told before April that the game is playable and that they're just polishing it. And that is not true. Developers during a work call literally were yelling at the publisher saying, why the fuck did you tell them that it was playable in April when we literally, it was not functioning?
I think I did hear about that, but like I didn't know that much about it.
There were posts on like basically European investment sites, kind of like Wall Street kind of talk sites, about a dude saying like, hey, I'm a lawyer and I have equity in CD Projekt Red. Anyone want to form a class suit with me?
Yeah.
So
fair enough. Fair enough, man.
Real lawyer as well, just a real dude being like, yeah, let's get some fucking money out of this.
Yeah.
They were lied to. They literally were. Stocks are plummeting as well. Like they're being fucked.
Fuck yeah, dude. Like this is one of the biggest, like, see, now we always said on the show that this game is not going to be the best game ever.
Yeah.
Before it came out, but I never fucking expected this level.
I expected this.
But surely, like, not this level of a fuck up. Them releasing a literally unplayable game.
Anything that wasn't perfect would have been fucking
exactly, and no one can make a subjectively perfect thing.
That's we said this as well, and I think you even agreed as well that, like you were saying, literally anything but perfect would have been what's the word, like yelled at or like not accepted.
People would have disagreed with it and
would have been angry at that. So,
and it's a fucking, if anything. Like, I feel sorry for literally everyone involved here.
But, Jordy, doesn't Starfield look good, though? I can't wait to play that game. I can't wait to pre-order Starfield. I
was gonna... is that the one that was the Kickstarter one?
No, that's Bethesda.
Which was the Kickstarter one?
Describe it?
No, it was like a...
No Man's Sky?
No, not No Man's Sky. It was like... It's a space one that you pre-ordered... or you donated to. And that game's never come out either. That's what reminding me of.
Robert Industries something, RSI, Star Citizen.
Star Citizen, that's the one.
I fucking bought Star Citizen in 2014, and all I can do is look at my ship fly around it and crash.
Yeah. And that's what it reminded me of, man.
Man,
like,
I should have done...
so much hype, so much money, and so much, like, trust from everyone, and they just ruined it.
I should have done this episode about fucking Star Citizen.
Why?
Because that's like the exact same shit that's happening with like Cyberpunk, like weird management shit being promising. Like, there is a fucking like insane like story to what is happening with Star Citizen. Star Citizen has been remade like 4 or 5 times. There was an entire game that was made, which was a first-person shooter that linked with your Star Citizen account that was literally just thrown away.
Whoa.
There was an entire first-person shooter just gone. And it was made by like Gearbox or something.
Shit.
So, yeah, like there's some wacky shit going on with Star Citizen. And last I heard that they just released some sort of open beta where you can just walk around like a space station and that's it.
What the fuck, man? Like,
Jordy, it has facial tracking though. You can make your character have a weird rubber face and track your face.
Well, I'm still not going to buy it. I will admit.
Luke Skywalker, Jordy.
What?
Luke Skywalker's in the game.
Oh, is he?
Right. I only say Luke Skywalker because I can't remember the actor's name.
Well, I can't either, so sorry for everyone else out there.
Fuck.
Yelling at their screens.
Joker. God damn it, Luke Skywalker.
Don't try. I already know everyone I know. This is when I hate it when we try and do this, because I already know at like when Sunday comes... When this comes out, I'm going to get messages from about 5 different people in all caps telling me the name of the actor.
What, and JTAP crashes half an hour before it's set to publish?
Yeah.
So, that happens all the time. I have a weird issue with Valve's code that I'm trying to fucking work with.
You're using Valve's code for JTAP?
I'm using game network sockets. It's a piece of Valve software for doing networking. Because it has built-in encryption, which I trust Valve for encryption.
Yeah,
so
fair enough, yeah.
It's the one I contributed to as well.
Nice.
So some of my code is in Valve's code, and then that code is going back to my code.
Right on.
Mark Hamill. I didn't even read it.
Yeah,
I literally didn't read it, I promise you.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't even find it.
What was your... You said you must be talking about a different game then today. Because you said you should have done that.
I'm not even talking about a game today.
Oh, okay.
Can we talk about Starfield, though?
For a little bit. We're a bit game heavy.
This is going to happen again. The exact same thing with Cyberpunk is going to happen again. Because even though the shit... Fucking, like, I don't know if we explicitly stated it, but Sony literally removed Cyberpunk from their store.
Yeah.
And then is giving everyone a refund no matter what.
Yeah.
You can just get a refund. You just get your money back. Sony is literally just handing you your money back.
Yeah.
They never fucking do that. Like... They basically break Australian refund laws, and they don't allow you to refund shit at all.
Yeah.
If you hit the download button on a digital title, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You can't get a refund. And for Sony to do this, like, man, I would love to see
it's
like
a
the
ginormous fuck up on CD's part. Like, the fact that they had to do this.
I would love to see the emails and post-it notes and like corporate messages and calls going through. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah.
They CD Projekt Red are handling this kind of poorly. Developers and CD Projekt Red and publishers are all 3 separate entities. I don't know if you know this, but CD Projekt Red, they are a games company who hire developers or have some developers on staff, and then the developers are working at home, and then there are publishers. So they're
Yeah.
3 separate entities. CD Projekt Red and the publishers are kind of fucked up. Developers are just literally doing their job. They're not doing anything wrong. Developers are literally just being like, oh yeah, there's no title, so just make it as polished as you can, go at your own pace. Because it's basically impossible to predict when a project's going to be done.
Yeah.
Just due to the nature of programming. And essentially, the developers were just like, oh yeah, there's a lot of hype right now. Let's set the deadline 2019.
Yeah.
2020, And developers like, what the fuck? Why?
Yeah.
And they fucking scram. They've been crunching.
Yeah.
They've been literally like insomniacs working like fucking...
It was like, I think I heard 100-hour work weeks or something.
That's insane.
Which is literally fucking insane.
Burnout for programming is one of the highest, I don't know how to structure the sentence, but you can burn out so easily from programming.
Yeah.
Like, programming is such it's not to sound like egotistical, but like intricate, and like you need to be able to keep this entire structure of things in your brain, and then you're basically stitching them all together. And to force you to do that without sleep,
For 16 hours.
yeah, you just can't. You have to either take breaks or
I don't care how much you know about or how much you like to do programming, but if you were just looking at letters and characters for 16 hours a day,
other people's code as well, reading other people's code is impossible. Basically no one can do it. You have to go from the beginning. It's like someone gave you a puzzle and then force you to do it within 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You can start on it, but it's just...
And then they do that process every day for fucking 8 years.
Developers, in my mind, they're brilliant. They're fine. They did a great job, but they literally were not given the time.
No.
They were yelling and pleading with CD Projekt Red and the publishers to basically tell the shareholders what's happening. But then the publishers literally told the shareholders, as we said, oh, it's it's playable. Back in April.
Yeah, it's nuts.
What? So,
yeah.
I fucking forgot where I was going with this. Oh, you're right. Yeah. So basically, CD Projekt Red are fucking up handling this. Developers, they're probably on holiday forever. I can't imagine they want to work at CD Projekt Red ever again.
No.
Which is kind of sad, but they've been fucking mistreated and basically abused.
Do you know what'll happen? Some companies will start picking some of them up. Because they're fucking talented. If in that amount of time, with the amount of crunch, because crunch does not produce the best work, fucking obviously, why would it if you're burnt out by your 3rd day of your work week? How the fuck would you be putting in your best work? Yeah. And they came out with something that, if you think about it, is fucking impressive. Right now, they didn't have the time to finish their art piece, but
they had months to make it somewhat playable. It is playable, but it's...
Yeah. If you have a PC, borderline. There are people on PC who have not had a single fucking problem with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's because they have the exact hardware they used to develop it for. So.
And it's... I cannot feel sorry for them. The only people who I can feel sorry for them, sorry. The only people I don't feel sorry for are the people who don't know how to make games with money in CD Projekt or whatever, saying, yep, you need to release this. We need to get our returns back for this. You need to release it. I don't care how long it takes. Have it out by April.
This just, throughout this entire process, this doesn't surprise me. Since, it's not just me. It's not just me being big brain, oh, I knew this was going to fail. So many people who just didn't give a shit about Cyberpunk. They're yeah, sure, it'd be great. I could predict this was going to happen. Of course it would.
Yeah.
Even if it, like we said, it didn't glitch or break or anything, just because it's not a perfect game, this would have happened.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I doubt it, but hopefully the fucking publisher and shareholders and even CD Projekt Red will realize, maybe we shouldn't do this again.
Yeah.
Maybe we should actually fight back on these deadlines and actually do...
That's what I was thinking.
The thing is, they didn't even do the testing they're required to do. Because when you make code, you got to test it on a platform. You have to test it with hardware. It's an insane process. It takes more than the developer time, to be honest. The reason why some people on PC are having no issues is because they will happen to have the exact configuration that people used to develop it on.
Yeah.
So there's no weird edge cases. They just didn't have the time to test it on all platforms, hardware, different cases. Maybe someone's running a weird version of Windows.
Yeah.
Maybe someone licked their Ethernet port and put the cable in weirdly, you know?
There's not enough time to lick Ethernet ports at CD Projekt.
Maybe a neutrino fucking hit that CPU and it did shit.
Yeah. Something like
that's
that.
a real thing. You have to,
Oh, okay.
you know, that's a real thing. You have to do memory, what is it? Memory contingency validation. It's if you have ECC RAM, it doesn't matter, but you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, basically before Sony were like, yeah, we don't want your shit. They fucking CD Projekt Red are like, yeah, go ask where you bought it from to give you a refund.
Yeah.
That's not good. You don't want to do that.
You know what they're doing? They're doing a fucking YouTuber apology. That's what they're doing, dude. It's like, yeah, I mean, you probably should have seen that coming. It's old tech. You can get a refund if you want. We are sorry, but
it's technically playable.
I mean, I don't know what you're complaining about.
Yeah.
Like,
the thing is, like, people are saying that they didn't communicate with the what do you call it, distributors for the refund thing. So people literally were just showing up in waves to Sony and Microsoft and like game stores just saying, hey, the developer told us we can get a refund, and they're like, what?
Yeah.
That's why Sony pulled it, is because they're like, yeah, that's like strike 3 for them. That's like, your game is fucking up, it's making us look bad, and you're getting your people to harass us. We're stepping in.
Yeah. And that's fair enough. That's a good call, I would say.
Yeah.
I don't know how they were allowed to have it on there to begin with. And I hope that I see a refund soon, but I doubt it'll happen because there's probably literally a million.
That's probably going to be a scandal pretty soon.
Yeah, probably.
Like
good
refunds
point. Didn't
not
even think
coming
of that.
through.
Yeah. And there's like, I'm not even joking when I say there was probably about 1 million people who refunded it.
More.
Like
more, definitely more.
Yeah. Like, and so there's, I'm not surprised it's taking a while for them
I think something like 70 to 80% of purchases were on console.
Yeah.
And how many people have a
41% was console to the rest PC.
I don't...
No, that was pre-orders.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't... Because I was watching, I think it...
Is it really as high as 70% of people play it on consoles?
Yeah, PC's expensive and like...
Yeah, true.
Consoles are way more popular.
One thing I do know, there are going to be some unhappy kids who don't know about Cyberpunk who get this on Christmas, man.
Yeah,
because
people... There's got to be trees out there with Cyberpunk wrapped up under them.
Absolutely is.
That's
for people
funny.
who don't know anything. But this shit's making it to the regular-ass news. Yeah. That's how fucked that is. A video game is like... A video game launch fuck-up is on the actual news. That's the world we live in. Anyway, we've been so fucking video game heavy.
Jordy, what is the color of the universe? Or the Milky Way?
The universe is made up of many different things, Tom.
Yeah, but if you were to take all of these colors and average them, what would it look like? Do you want to try to predict what that color would be?
Is there an answer to this?
Yeah, there absolutely is. There's 2 answers.
Oh, okay, cool.
Except one of them's wrong. It would be cool if it wasn't wrong, but... So if you had a camera or like radio telescope and you just took a whole bunch of pictures and taking away the black, obviously, you averaged all of the colors of the stars and like whatever, you know, skies of whatever universes of planets and atmospheres, what do you think that color would come out to be?
Like a weird blue? Like a purpley blue?
I would... The original color, when they first did it, came out as like a green, like an alien colored... It literally looked like this teal... If you imagine an alien in your head that's not gray, it looked like that color.
I had in my head like a weird murky blue because of... I was like, Neptune's kind of purpley and Pluto.
That's one planet.
And then Jupiter's kind of orangey and...
Think about all the stars, though. Stars are white.
Yeah, true.
So the actual color is FFF8E7, which, if you know a tiny bit of hexadecimal, or like I've done that, that's 255, 248.
And if you're not a fucking robot, I will put the color up on the screen, if I remember.
Yeah, it's FFF8E7, which is essentially like a latte color. It's called Cosmic Latte. That's the actual color of it.
That's cool.
Because latte, I think, means universe or something.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like a play on words. There was an actual vote, and some fucking... I should have written down what... Actually, let me find it, but it's essentially... It kind of looks like my skin color, to be honest. Like it's a bit more coffee-ish, but it looks like a nice milky latte.
Okay. I guess that makes sense if there's like predominantly white stars in there with the occasional difference.
I'm going to show Jordy a picture, but you guys can look it up at home.
Oh, I was like, is it going to load? But then I realized that's why.
Yeah. It's a nice color.
That's a nice color right there.
I would not expect that.
Yeah.
I'd paint my house that color.
I was going to say, yeah. That's like a really
the color of my door right now.
Calming-ish color right there.
Okay, here are the names that people come up with. So Cosmic Latte obviously won. That had 6 votes.
Yeah.
And this is like nerdy science shit, so votes may be like campuses or just individual people.
Yeah.
I imagine just like do you remember the fucking break room from Black Mesa, like at the beginning with the microwave in the castle?
Yeah.
I imagine that just people at like on a whiteboard being like, oh yeah, Cosmic Latte.
Yeah.
Cappuccino Cosmico. That's fucking stupid. Don't do that. That one had 17 votes.
Cappuccino Cosmico. That is definitely a fucking indie artist out there.
That's credited to Peter Drum, the same dude who made Cosmic Latte. This dude just loves his coffee, apparently.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's lots of as a recurring theme here.
That was the first place winner, 17, but obviously it wasn't picked since it was fucking stupid.
Yeah, it is a bit dumb.
Next one, third finalist, I guess. Big Bang Buff / Big Bang Blush / Big Bang Beige.
Big Bang Beige.
Big Bang Buff. That was apparently several entrants wrote that one down.
Wow.
So
that's worrying.
I mean, Big Bang Beige.
No.
Those collectively had 13.
You shouldn't let fucking astrophysicists name things.
Yeah, some nerdy
because
ass
they're
dudes.
fucking boring, and you need someone with it like, who get fucking Smoke DeGrasse Tyson to do it or something.
He's an asshole.
Exactly.
This one is disgusting and apparently was picked. Entered by several entrants. Cosmic Cream.
Oh, yeah, don't like that one. Don't like that one.
8 votes, several entrants.
We should name a song that.
Yeah. I do make a lot of like wavy kind of like, woo, you know.
Listen to Cosmic
sounds.
Cream on all platforms.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. It's not. You can't find it. You can't find it.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah. So the original color, as I said, was like an alien green. Like that literally is just like the green of an alien.
That's fuck.
When it was named that, they were doing the voting, and then obviously got changed. One of the first ones was Astronomer Green.
Yeah, I guess.
No, that's boring as fuck. That's just
it's
two
boring,
words.
but it makes sense.
Astronomer Almond.
Almond?
Yeah.
What fucking almonds have that guy been eating?
That's the new one. Oh. You know, Lisa Rose is the one in charge of that name. What the fuck? Skyvery.
I like that one.
That's pretty good, actually.
Why the fuck? Oh, okay. That just makes me mad.
That had
that
7
didn't win.
words. Univage? What?
It's like universe and
several
beige.
entrants. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Cosmic Khaki. That's pretty good,
khaki.
actually.
Yeah, okay.
I have khaki jeans khaki pants that look exactly
color,
like that. Primordial Clam Chowder. That one's unknown. No one wants to take credit for that one.
That's a metal band right there.
Yes. Just a bunch of like Half-Life 2 scientists and like Einstein beards and lab coats and shit. That's one of the things. This started out as me trying to find more interesting Wikipedia articles, but then I just kind of gave up since that's boring. I have in here, Tabasco companies knew that cigarettes cause cancer.
What?
I'm guessing you realize
I thought you were still fucking talking about
the colors.
Yeah.
This is another kind of topic thing.
Okay, so
obviously it's tobacco, but my phone put in Tabasco.
Oh, I see. So tobacco companies knew that smoking affects your health.
Yeah.
Well, yes. I think that's obvious.
Yeah, but even in like the I guess 20s
like 100
or 30s?
fucking plus years ago.
I mean,
people have been smoking as long as
Native Americans,
smoke.
they were always smoking. They were just always in that.
Oh yeah, okay.
I mean, probably yeah. Fuck. Okay. I don't know how long the camera's not been recording.
Yeah,
for,
me neither.
God damn it. Can you clap?
Am I in the shot? Why was that my first thought? I'm such a fucking idiot.
Obviously, there's no viewer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Thanks.
I don't know if that's in. I think it is.
Yeah.
Can you clap? Fucking retard.
I'm leaving that in. I'm leaving that exact thing in. Basically, in like the 1920s or like 30s, 40s, doctors were like, yeah, try smoking. It's good for you. It'll relieve that
stress, that tension.
Yeah, it'll relieve that womanly tension that you have.
Oh no.
That fucking happened.
Yeah,
People are like, oh yeah, let me just literally just fucking finger you to like relieve stress.
So it was cigarettes and stuff were marketed to women.
Well, yeah, but also men, everyone. They're trying to make money. Yeah, I mean, probably, yeah. Like a lot of housewives are like sick of the kids. Like, oh, try a nice cigarette from Camel or whatever.
It'd be really weird to like. It'd be a weird thing to do if no one knew about it. You know what I mean? Like here, you set this thing on fire and then you breathe it in.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Native
like,
Americans
you be fucking like terrified to do that?
Native Americans have been doing that forever.
Yeah, okay,
like we
but
said.
not everyone in the 1900s.
They were racist as fuck.
Yeah, but
they were literally making caricatures of like Native Americans with fucking big cigars in their mouth.
I guess.
And basically, like the conspiracy is that tobacco companies knew it was dangerous and they just literally didn't care. And it's not like, oh wow, we didn't realize that we'll put warnings there, you know. They knew the entire time from creation. Because
you're saying that like it's not true anymore. I mean, they still
true.
Sell them, and they now know more than ever that it fucking kills you, and they still sell it.
They always knew no matter what. There was never a point in time where they sold cigarettes thinking it was a good thing.
Because it's logical that you would. And even me, right? I don't have a fucking scientific bone in my body. But if I'm putting things inside me that I have lit on fire and shit, like some part of me would know that it can't be good for you.
Yeah, but like the way they were marketed were like, oh, you know, the Native Americans do this. It's very spiritual and like cleansing and all that. But obviously they see Native Americans die with fucking like tar in their lungs and shit. So, you know.
Yeah.
It was always a bad thing. The conspiracy is... The topic, I guess, is conspiracies that turned out to be true.
Yeah.
I think we might have talked about this ages ago in our conspiracy episode, but...
We've done a few, but I don't know any of them where you've told me that they were actually true.
What's a conspiracy that you think what turned out to be true? Or, like, something that you can think of that's, like, you know it's true? It's hard to think about. Yeah, obviously. That's
what you asked me.
That's not even a conspiracy.
But, I mean, it still hasn't been proven, technically.
Jordy.
I mean, it has, but
within hours, people were literally saying, "Yeah, he didn't kill himself."
Yeah, but like, it hasn't been.
I wouldn't be surprised if the guards that did it were like, "Yeah, he didn't kill himself. That was me. I got paid a bunch of money."
See, I don't. With conspiracy theories, right?
Yeah,
it's something that everyone's kind of just interested in, but I don't think anyone really thinks about unless you go too far with it. Jordy. And then there's those people who think that fucking if you get a vaccine, you'll die or something.
I mean, you do die eventually.
Yes, but not because of the vaccine. Obviously.
Yes. The CDC says you should still wear a mask after vaccines, which is pretty cool. Since I can see a lot of people getting it and be like, oh, don't need the mask anymore.
Yeah, like instant fucking effect.
So, yeah. You know.
It's... Look.
Also, does it surprise you that Sydney now has 7 cases?
It's 30 now.
Does that surprise you?
Nah.
I don't know if you've been watching TV recently or had the radio on. Fucking New South Wales and Sydney were like, yeah, come down. It's clean. The borders are wide open. I'm like, that's not going to end well.
Yeah. Of course I didn't know about that, but I just assumed that's how it would happen because how the fuck else would it happen?
They opened their borders. People didn't wear masks anymore. Basically, they won't do any of the preventative measures. They were just pretending it wasn't a thing anymore. And it's like, oh no, people got cases. How could this happen?
Yeah. See, we were actually handling it really well, and I hope we still are with this. But I don't like to listen to the news that much.
Comparatively, we're doing pretty fucking well.
Yeah, I mean, compared to a lot of places, I mean, I don't know how many there is in Queensland, but I don't think it's many. But now that, you know, we probably will have a little bit of an increase now that New South Wales has had a few. Like, surprise ones will show up every now and again then.
Like, thousands of people die a day in the US.
See, yeah, that's actually just fucked.
Yeah.
Like, that's actually just insane.
Literally more people... I mean, you've probably heard this before recently, but more people are dying per day than 9/11.
Yes.
And somehow people are like, oh, it's fine, mass of bullshit.
And like, I don't... This is what fucking scares me, because I don't understand the thinking. And that is what scares me, because I spend most of my days thinking the way I think, you know, and then I try on this podcast or something to take someone like that's point of view, and I am physically incapable of doing it.
We've had 6 deaths in Queensland.
Right, as in ever or
Total.
recently? Okay, wow. Shit, that's pretty good. Well, not good, but
there was
better than
1,200 total, but then obviously only 6 of those passed away, and then the others recovered. So
right.
We find active cases.
See, about coming back to conspiracies and shit, there will always be conspiracies and governments and things, corporate entities who will be doing things behind the shadows. In fact, if there is a company out there who doesn't have something even a little bit shady going on, I would love to know. Because I am
if there's some sort of gain to be had, money and services are going to be exchanged for it.
Because who the fuck are you going to have as your CEO or your higher ups in a company? Are you going to have a guy who's going to do everything that he can, no matter what it is, to get as much money as humanly possible for your company? Or are you going to hire someone like us who will perhaps treat everyone morally correct and in turn cause us more money and have less work happening, and but no one's crunching and everyone's putting out good work? Or
what are you, a fucking Marxist, Jordy?
Something like that, I guess.
This was a tweet from Queensland Health today, or maybe tomorrow. This is 21st today.
How could they have tweeted it tomorrow, Tom?
I meant yesterday. Sorry. Total deaths 6. I think I said 9 before.
No, you said 6.
Okay, so 6. Total active cases 10. 1 new case today. So
there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot better than fucking 20,000 or something a day or whatever it was over in
1.4 million total tests in Queensland, which is amazing.
That's really good.
And then in America, they're fucking I don't understand how Americans are okay with no, we don't want healthcare. We don't want the people who don't work for getting healthcare. And it's what the fuck? You just have no empathy? What the fuck's wrong with you?
And it's funny because it only affects them once they have to go to hospital for something.
Yeah.
And then they realize that, actually, I want it for me, but not for anyone else.
I don't know if you know this, but the Reds in I guess, are they Republicans? The Red Party? Trump's party?
Oh, shit, I don't know.
Well, the Red Party, at least, the Trump kind of people, they literally, their mindset is that they don't want Medicare because people are profiting off of things that they didn't pay for. People are getting things that they didn't earn.
Yeah, I know. It's
what the fuck
it's actually
that's literally lack of empathy.
Yeah, it's actually scary.
Yeah.
And it's something that will happen for as long as time exists.
Yeah.
Because you will never be able to stop people from wanting things for themselves. And that is what I am so certain of, that I will solidify it here on air.
Speaking of corporate greed, turns out printers actually are just fucking you over.
Printers?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Printers actually do just lie about not being able to print and scan and running out of ink.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise
me.
It
was always theorized and people bypass little lockout things, but printers will literally just lie if you have 10%. Be like, nah, you need more ink.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't scan without blank ink.
Yeah.
Can't do that. Can't print without this one color that's not used in the color mixing process. And HP are recently being sued for $1.5 million, which isn't enough.
Yeah, no.
That's not enough.
Nothing for them.
So,
that's fucking chump change as far as I'm concerned for a fucking company.
But yeah, it's another one of those, I guess all proven conspiracies are people were saying this, but surprise, John Lennon was under surveillance the entire time and was basically murdered. So
yeah.
Turns out the US was actually studying and attempting to build UFOs from the 40s until 2012.
What?
Yeah. What? Turns out they literally were just cataloging footage, attempting to build flying saucers and failing miserably. Because they want to be the aliens. They want to abduct people and call it aliens.
That's
I don't know if that's
weird.
true, but literally since the 40s, the US government has been building shitty UFOs in some backwards ass desert somewhere.
And then also inadvertently creating more of the crazy UFO
literally
people if they test it.
The funny part is that parts of the military will see UFOs and then report back the footage and they'll be like, wow, that was a real UFO, give me that footage, wow.
Yeah.
The military doesn't know they're doing this themselves. Up until 2012 though, that's really funny.
That's funny.
Just imagining some fucking Homer Simpson ass fucking hammered together thing with nails and shit, leaking gasoline, and be like, that's a UFO, dude, we built that.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
I don't know the purpose for that one, but I'll leave that to the engineers making the UFOs, I guess.
Also, speaking of the US government, around the same time, actually, 1940s, after the bombs fell on Hiroshima and all that, they were literally just stealing dead bodies and stealing dead babies, cutting off their arms and legs and shit, just to see what like radiation does to bodies. No big deal.
Right.
NBD. So they literally hired like people, like homeless people sometimes, or like hitmen and all that, just to go to like places where people have recently died and just cut off like a baby's arm and then steal it.
Jesus Christ.
Just so they can do weird fucked up experiments where they like expose it to radiation and shit. Or they'll just take an entire body, strap it to a bomb, and just record it to see what happens.
Fucking hell. I mean, that surprises me actually less than all the others, because at least I can make an argument that there's some form of medical research happening there. But
even that. There was this one case. There was this one case of a woman who her father's body was donated to Alzheimer's research because he had Alzheimer's and he passed away. And the US government intercepted that, stole the body, strapped it to a bomb, and then blew it up.
Fucking hell. That is something fucked up to find out about Grandpa.
Yeah.
That he just get fucking launched into a nuke.
Yeah, he just literally got blown up. Like, oh yeah.
But I'm sure they gave him the ashes.
Doesn't have Alzheimer's anymore.
True. Actually, no, you wouldn't want the ashes, would you? Because it's fucking radiation.
Donating it to science. So.
Yeah, well, I suppose that counts.
That's all I had, but we're about an hour, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this week's Split View. We'll see you all next week. We are going to be doing music streams every Monday. I think we said that last week. It's on Tom's Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TomGow.
Thank you.
Just kidding, it's Gough. Gough. Go there, watch us make music. It's bad. And that is all I have to say. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone.
Goodbye.
See you later.